My daughter said I was the problem, and I couldn't deny it. I always believed I was doing the right thing as a father. Until the night my older daughter looked at me, not with anger, but with exhaustion, and said something I couldn't ignore. "You're not helping us, you're making it worse." And for the first time in my life, I didn't know how to respond. I'm 65 years old. A widower. A father of 2 daughters. And somehow, still learning how to be both. There are mornings when I wake up before sunrise, out of habit more than anything else. The house is quiet then. Too quiet. I walk into the kitchen, my hand brushing against the same spot on the counter where she used to stand, measuring coffee like it was a ritual. She never rushed that part. Dark roast. A pinch of cinnamon. A slow pour. I tried to recreate it once. It didn't taste the same. It never does. The girls were just teenagers when we lost her. 14 and 15. Too young to understand death, but old enough to feel the silence it leaves behind. I remember the day of the funeral. Bea wouldn't let go of my hand. Her fingers were cold, trembling. A stood beside us, perfectly still. Too still. I thought she was being strong. Now I wonder if she was already learning how to hold everything in. Grief changed them both. But not in the same way. Bea, my youngest. She became quieter. Smaller somehow. At first, it was little things. She stopped laughing at the shows we used to watch together. Stopped going out with friends. Stopped sleeping through the night. Then came the panic attacks. The first time it happened, she thought she was dying. I remember sitting on the edge of her bed while she gasped for air, clutching her chest. "Dad, something's wrong." "No, no, you're okay," I kept saying, even though I wasn't sure. "I'm here." We ended up in the emergency room that night. Hours later, a doctor told us it was anxiety. Just anxiety. There's nothing, just, about it. My oldest. She cried too. Just, not where I could see it. Instead, she stepped in. She learned everything. Read articles. Watched videos. Talked to counselors. She became the translator between me and her sister. "Don't say it like that, Dad. Give her space. Now's not a good time. Just sit with her. You don't have to fix it." I listened. At least. I thought I did. Last night proved otherwise. Bea and I were in the living room. The same couch we've had for years, the cushions worn down in all the familiar places. A soft yellow lamp lit the corner of the room. The TV flickered, casting shadows that moved across the walls. Bea had her knees pulled to her chest, wrapped in that oversized gray blanket she's had since high school. Her fingers kept pulling at a loose thread. Over and over. I noticed. I didn't say anything. "Dad," she said after a while. Her voice was quiet. Careful. "Can I borrow some money?" There it was. That question that always seems simple, but never is. I leaned back in my chair, exhaling slowly. "Bea, things are a little tight right now," I said. "We have to be careful." Even as I said it, I felt it. That shift. That tension. Like the air in the room had changed. "You always say that," she muttered. "I'm just being honest." "I didn't ask for a lecture," she said, her voice tightening. "I'm not lecturing." "Then what are you doing?" she snapped. The blanket slipped off her shoulders as she stood up. Her breathing was already faster. "I just needed a little help. And I'm trying to explain." "No, you're not," she cut in. "You're making me feel worse." That hit me harder than I expected. "I'm not trying to." "I know," she said quickly, her voice cracking. You never try to. That's the problem. And then she walked away. Faster this time. Her door closing down the hallway. I sat there, staring at the empty space where she had been. The thread she'd been pulling at was still on the couch. Curled. Broken. By the time I got home, the house felt heavier. Like something unresolved was sitting in every room. She walked in, shaking off the cold. "Hey, Dad. Hey. I should have left it there. I should have just said goodnight. But I didn't." She asked me for money again, I said. I paused. Her hand still on the back of a chair. "And?" she asked carefully. I told her we're tight right now. Silence. Then. "You told her that?" she said. Something in her tone made my stomach drop. She asked me. "I told you not to bring that up with her," she said, her voice sharper now. "She needs to understand reality." "No," I interrupted. "She needs to feel safe." That word lingered. Safe. "I'm not lying to her," I said. "I'm not asking you to lie," she snapped. "I'm asking you to be careful." Her voice echoed slightly in the room. "She spirals when she hears that, Dad. You know that. I can't just avoid everything." "You don't have to avoid everything," she said. "Just the things that break her." We stared at each other. And for a moment, I saw something I hadn't noticed before. Not anger. Not frustration. Exhaustion. "And then what happens?" she continued, quieter now. "You argue. She shuts down. And I have to fix it." "You don't have to." "Yes, I do," she said, her voice rising again. "Because no one else does." That stopped me. Completely. "I explain everything to you," she said. "Every trigger. Every boundary. Every little thing that helps her stay okay." Her eyes filled with tears. "And you still forget." "I'm trying," I said again. But even to me, it sounded weak. She shook her head slowly. "No, Dad," she said. "You're reacting. Not listening." And then she turned, and walked upstairs. The house went quiet again. But it wasn't the same quiet. This one pressed in on me. When she came back down later, she looked different. Smaller somehow. Her eyes red. Her shoulders tense. "Text her," she said softly. I didn't argue this time. After I sent the message, we stood there in silence. And then she said it. "I'm tired." Not loud. Not dramatic. Just honest. "I'm tired of being the one who understands everything," she continued. "I'm tired of being the bridge between you two." Her voice trembled. "I'm tired of watching her struggle, and feeling like I'm the only one who sees it clearly." She looked at me. And her expression broke something in me. "I'm tired of you not listening." "I'm your daughter too," she said, barely holding it together. "I lost Mom too." That word. Mom. We don't say it enough anymore. I stepped closer. Slowly. I didn't realize. She let out a quiet, hollow laugh. "That's the problem," she said. "You didn't realize." That night, I sat alone in the kitchen. The clock ticking. The fridge humming. A cup of coffee growing cold in my hands. And for the first time, I didn't think about what I meant to do. I thought about what I actually did. How many times had I leaned on her, without noticing? How many times had I let her carry what should have been mine? How many times had I confused her strength for resilience? The next morning, I knocked on Bee's door. Softly. "Yeah," her voice came from inside. "I made coffee," I said. "The way your mom used to." There was a pause. Then. Okay. It wasn't perfect. Nothing is. But when she sat at the table, and took that first sip, she didn't say anything. She didn't have to. Later, I found A in the hallway. "Hey," I said. She looked at me cautiously. "I'm still learning," I admitted. "But I hear you." For a moment, she just stood there. Then she nodded. Not a big gesture. But enough. And maybe that's where it starts. Not with fixing everything. Not with saying the perfect thing. But with, finally listening.